Darling.
Hello, my friend.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Oh my gosh, I'm doing good.
Can you believe it? Just to let you know, the storms here are crazy.
I know.
Sean's been flooded, so we're fighting through the storms to see you tonight.
Absolutely. So if we lose you, it's because a tornado has blown through Kansas City.
You know, I'm really experiencing Kansas City weather. You know, I need my red shoes.
Yes.
Just call me Dorothy.
I know you are. You've just been whisked away on many occasions.
I have.
Luckily, his wig still stays on, so it's good.
That's right. Anyway, I'm so happy about this show, my friend.
Yes, yes.
I think these wigs are beautiful.
I think
and
so.
We have
too.
a fabulous guest, so I'm so excited.
We do. So you guys, thank you for joining us
Hi,
again
everyone.
to our HairUWear Facebook Live. We are very excited because today we are talking about the Raquel Welch Spring 2024 collection of the new Sheer Luxury cap. Now, these are new styles. We've had the Sheer Luxury cap out for a while, but we're really going to let you see these styles that we have and why this construction is so special, and also why this construction is so comfortable. So if you have someone or you know someone who's looking for a really light, fresh construction of a cap, then definitely you want to check out the Sheer Luxury collection, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's elevated. You know, all the wigs in our range, they're all breathable, they're all comfortable, they're all beautiful.
Yep.
But this is really going into luxury. It's a game changer.
For sure.
I had one on, I wore one yesterday, didn't I?
Yeah.
And it was just so lightweight. I mean, we'll explain all that as well. But once you try it, really beautiful for somebody who's not used to a lot of hair. Maybe you've got sensitive scalp issues.
Correct.
You know, they're just wonderful. Give
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're excited to show you guys these wonderful styles today. We have 4 of them that we're going to be looking at, and all of them are made with our exclusive True to Life fiber. So these are heat stylable, and they come in the gorgeous array of Raquel Welch colors that you've come to know and love.
Absolutely. All your fabulous colors. As I say, if you've never seen our shows before, we're all on YouTube. But True to Life, if you just want to know what that is, it means we have a heat stylable fiber. A long time ago, you could never use heat on fiber.
Steam only.
Steam only. You know, we wrecked many of wigs. With this, it is a fiber that belongs to us.
Yeah.
True to Life means we can use heat on it. 7 to 11 shades through every single colorway.
Listen to him. He sounds like he's on QVC and HSN right now.
I'm like a robot.
You're like a gerbil on a wheel with that, aren't you? Just round and round. Anyway, listen, you guys, ask your questions, participate. Just by doing that, you're going to be entered automatically to win in this show any of the wigs you see today in any of the colors that you like. So there will be a winner at the end, and we will announce that at the very end of the show. So, please stay tuned. Also, boy, oh boy, we are so lucky because we have a very special guest today who's going to be modeling these wigs for us and showing you what they look like on a real human being outside of our mannequins.
That's right, when we need one.
Yeah. And that person is Erynn Real. And Erin, you can find her on at real.wig.fun. And Erin just has a plethora of information on there, not only about wigs and wearing wigs, but also about skincare and about makeup and just anything that helps you get to where you want to be mentally, physically, and ultimately spiritually.
Everything is a one-stop shop, isn't it? If you want to be inspired, she is our very own Michelle Pfeiffer.
I know, I think so too. She looks very much like
better than Michelle Pfeiffer. She's gorgeous.
Well, she is, right? She is. So anyway, you guys, we're going to bring Erin on. Erin, please come join us, darling.
Hi, guys. How are you?
We're doing good. How are you?
I am great. And honestly, Michelle Pfeiffer, I wish and thank you, but I am so excited to be with you guys tonight. It's been a minute, and there is no other way that I'd rather spend my night tonight. I'm looking forward to this. Hi, everybody out there.
We feel the same, Erin. We feel the same, Erin.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
And, if you guys have not seen Erin anywhere, or you haven't gone onto her Instagram page, or you don't follow her, you should. Because, listen, Erin, you talk about everything. You talk about skincare. You talk about makeup. And I think one of the things really is, I would say that you kind of really accentuate, let's say, is how to create beauty by also looking natural, not looking overly painted, not looking overly done. And I think that's one of your strong suits. And I mean, you always look so fresh and dewy and I mean, you really bring a lot to the table. So there's a lot for people to learn from you.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you.
Absolutely.
You know, when I started my page, you know, it was all about, it started out just to help other women that were navigating hair loss like I was, right? I had felt alone, scared. I didn't know anything about wigs. And as I sort of got my feet wet, I thought, well, maybe somebody might be interested in if I shared what was working for me. And that's how it all started. And honestly, I have the best community of women that have followed me along the way, have helped each other in this community, that I'm so incredibly grateful for. And without a doubt, also grateful to Raquel Welch Wigs and HairUWear, who have been incredible to me and to my community as well.
Yeah, we love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and what we're loving at the moment, Erin, we were saying, because, you know, I'm loving it now because wigs have just automatically become a part of a beauty blog.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about our fabulous necessity wearers now. I'm loving that we're talking about makeup and we're talking about hair and we're talking about clothes and we're talking about wigs, all under the same umbrella.
Well, because it's a total thing. How you feel about yourself is everything. It's a total look, right?
Right.
But you know, Erin, I did want to bring up, for people who are just getting introduced to you tonight, your journey with wigs, because I think if people were to look at your photos in general, would think, oh, well, she's always had great hair. That's her great hair. She's got beautiful hair. How blessed she is. Can you tell us a little bit, like, I mean, makeup we know is like a general thing. Like, women always kind of tap into makeup ideas and that whole concept. But for you, like, when did you need or feel or decide that you wanted to kind of learn more about wigs, and what was that evolution like?
For sure. So in a nutshell, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease when I was 18 years old. It was first year university. I was sicker than I had ever been. And those initial years were really tough for me, and I know there are other women out there that are dealing with their own chronic illnesses or diseases. I found myself in the same. And when I was younger, I had a full head of beautiful, wavy, thick hair, right? And what I found through the years of not only the disease itself being an autoimmune disease, I didn't know that it affected your hair. And the medications that I'm on and the surgeries that I've had have all impacted my body and therefore also my hair. So I do have, I got to be honest, I do have a level of guilt, right? I recognize that I am lucky, if you will, to have hair. When I when I'm without my wigs, I have my hair tied up in a tiny little bun because it's the only way I can really style it. So fast forward to the height of COVID, and my hair was the worst that it had ever been. And I started exploring first toppers because I felt like that was socially acceptable. And when I quickly found that although I enjoy toppers, not for my everyday, I jumped into wigs. I was worried about, what is my family going to think? My gosh, what is my coworkers going to think? And
it's kind of scary.
And what I found out so quickly is that my community have been so supportive. My coworkers, you know, people that I meet on the street. I was just at a clothing store the other day, and this lady came out of the change room, and this lady says to me, "I love your hair." And I said, I whipped it off. I whipped it off, and I said,
"You didn't. You did?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah." And guys, she was this beautiful, older, beautiful lady. And I swear she was about to drop. And I'm like, oh my God, are you okay?
That is a gal's gal who's going to rip her hair off and show somebody in public. I mean, that's what I'm saying, Erin. Thank you for that, because you make other people feel comfortable. And
I hope
you take the fear and the scariness out of it, obviously. So for those of you who are watching, I guess then, Erin, you do have, I mean, I know this, but you do have your bio hair, but it just doesn't give you the look you want, or you can't achieve what you want to do with it, right? Without really putting a lot of effort into it.
For sure. Without a doubt, I could style my hair. Within, 15, 20 minutes of completing it, it's going to be flat and bleh.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm lucky enough that I have the option. I feel blessed by that. But what this has become is not only a necessity, but it's also a tremendous amount of fun. And that's
Right.
what I'm
Yeah.
finding a lot of my followers are really enjoying is, hey, this isn't just for women with complete hair loss, just for women who are going through medical treatments. It really can be also a styling choice.
Yeah.
So the range of everybody's why is really varied, and I'm here for all of it.
I
Love
know
it.
you are. I know you are.
Absolutely
Well,
love
like,
it.
like it's true, right? Because for some people, you know, it's a temporary phase where they're not going to have any hair. They're not going to be able to work with hair. For some people, it's a lifelong thing. So,
Mhm.
whatever the reason is, or for however long the duration is going to be, I think so important that people like you are coming forward, saying this is how I deal with it, and this is how I achieve my looks, and just
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
make it an accessory. You have always talked about it. We've talked about that.
Absolutely. You know, and that's why I love all our bloggers, our co-stars,
Yes.
you know, because they've really helped people along the way. Because so many people have messaged me privately and just said, I watched the girls and I never thought a wig would look so good. And, you know, and it's just great because, as you say, it's lifting now. I'm loving it that the business
Yeah.
has turned from necessity
Yeah.
into fashion. It's just incredible.
Totally. So if you
Fabulous.
guys want to see more Erynn, we're gonna have a little ticker tape. You can find all of our handles on the bottom for Instagram, but it's Erynn Real at real.wig.fun. Check her out. You're gonna see her today showing off some of these looks. So I guess we should just jump in. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys, what you're gonna be seeing today is 4 new styles that have been added to the Sheer Luxury collection by Raquel Welch. Again, comments, questions, bring them on because you'll automatically be entered to win one.
Yes.
So Carol writes in, she says, I lost my hair to autoimmune disease, but I never have had hair like I do now. It was a blessing in disguise. Raquel Welch. Oh, thank you so much, Carol. We're glad we can help.
Hi, Karen. Yeah, fabulous comment. Look at that. You know, I say, once you make that step, my friends, there's no looking back.
No
looking back.
So, Sheer Luxury collection. What makes a Sheer Luxury collection so unique? I'm going to go into it a little bit, and then we're going to play with our wigs, right?
Yeah, I'd love to see the base a bit closer.
Right.
You know, just explain to the people, because I think people are thinking, because we have so many different types of bases, we got to talk about this a bit more.
So in your catalog and online, you'll be able to see a photo. We'll pull up that photo, and that'll give you an idea of actually how the wig cap is constructed. So if you see, it's a very lightweight wig cap. What you're going to find on there is this open mesh design in through the whole top of the head, and then you're going to go into a hand-tied area along with stretch materials. So let's take a closer look at the cap, and I'll show it to you step by step in hand so you guys can see that. Okay, so what we're talking about is an extended lace front that runs all the way to the ear tabs. Okay, we have a mono part area which lends itself right into a hand-tied area. So low density,
that's beautiful,
lightness. And what also we have added is some wefting at the very base. The wefting provides some structure to the cap, so it's a little more secure.
Yeah, and a bit of stretch.
Yes, you got the stretch
bit
in
of
here,
snatch
right?
in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what we've also done with this is we have made these silicone ear tabs and the silicone nape fully removable. So if you want extra security by having the silicone, you have that. And if you don't, you can also remove these, which is also a nice feature. So semi-customizable as well.
Yeah.
One of the things I really think is important, and I think it's missed often in this cap when people are describing it, is you have a virtually transitionless area. Okay. So let me show you another cap. So if you're looking at this cap, okay, you see there's a velvet ridge that divides the mono area going into the hand-tied area, right? So you have this little bump here.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have that with the Sheer Luxe cap. You can see we've totally seamlessly blended all of the edges on this. So you're not going to get that feeling of something underneath there.
It's incredible. You know, when you're looking at it that close, believe me, my friends, and the weight of them is incredible. Each hair is hand-tied in. It is so delicate. But wonderful, because if you never had hair or you're wearing a wig every day, that little seam is just beautiful. It's so comfortable.
Totally. And so important for someone who has been wearing wigs, but they've realized they're committing to wigs and they want to wear the lightest, most comfortable cap that's available. you definitely want to check out Sheer Luxury collection.
Yes.
And while we're checking it out, let's check out Erin, who's modeling the first one today. I'm gonna spin these around. This first one is the shortest one of the collection, and this is called Monologue, okay? Erin, what color are you wearing? What are you doing with that? Because you look fab in it, girl.
Thank you. I have it in the beautiful shaded biscuit. And you know what? This style, although I'm not typically a short-haired girl, this style makes me think twice because I love the length at the front. So I still, I still get the feeling of having some hair. I like playing around with my hair.
Yeah.
And I also really love how versatile the styling is and being able to play around with it, right? So
Yes.
I think it's absolutely beautiful. Can I show you guys the hairline? Because the hairline.
Please do. Please do.
Okay.
And what color are you wearing again, Erin? People are asking.
I have shaded biscuit. Biscuit. So ladies, like look at this hairline and it's running all the way, as Frank showed us, into the ear tabs. The hairline for me is what gives us that confidence to wear it away from our face and nobody is going to know, right?
It's beautiful, Erin.
Unless you're like me.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing because I know you're a long hair wig girl, but since you've had this on, we met Erin just before the show for a quick say hello.
Yes.
It just has become your hair because you still got that length at the front, which is beautiful.
Yes.
So if you want to step into a short wig, this is a great one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm styling this a little more conservatively. We're going to show you some different ways you can style it because also versatility is so important when you're wearing a wig. Now, Erin, you got that. That looks like a short, if I had to say, that looks like a short Hollywood actress haircut, in my opinion. It's got a little kick. It's got some fullness. You got that elegant kind of chic sweep right across the front, but it can also be styled very conservatively as I'm showing here. If you have clients who are a little more conservative, right? I am showing the Monologue in the RL 1012. This is our color called Sunlit Chestnut, and it's just a nice neutral brown, soft highlighting, nothing really punctuated in a very fashion forward way. So it's very elegant, very sophisticated. Kyle, tell us what you're doing with yours.
Yeah, well, I've got the pale golden honey. So it's a really beautiful, it's a honey blonde, but it's got some warmth in there. You still got those gorgeous highlights across the face. But you know what I love about this is, Frank? Although it's predominantly our shortest one in the collection, but look at this. It's got like a soft, I wouldn't say wave, but it's really got some body to it.
Well, you're right, it does.
Doesn't it?
It does.
You know? So all I've done with mine is, my friends, look, I just flick this out with a tail comb.
He's a flicker.
I'm a flicker. I'm just flicking it along, and I just sprayed it with a little bit of our curl spray, and you can really bring some sort of pretty texture into this.
Well, Erin, you were showing us from the side. If you guys look at Erin, she's showing, if she shows it from the side, you could see that texture. You could see kind of that choppy little cut into the nape line, which gives it that super modern edge, which we love. Hey, you guys, Kimberly writes in. Hey, Kimberly, thanks for watching.
Hi, Kimberly.
She says that, wearing Raquel Welch wigs have given her confidence back after she started experiencing, different issues with hair. And so we thank you for that, Kimberly. We love to hear that.
Yeah, makes our day, Kimberly. When anybody who tells us things like that, we're doing our job right. We love it.
Well, and here's a good question by Barbara DeLorean. Barbara, this is a great question and one we get asked quite a bit. Why do we put the parts on the left side and not the right side? So we do have our mono area parts on the left side of the wig, right? Well, quite honestly, we do that because when we're selecting a mono part, we know that most women part on the left side. So in order to accommodate the larger majority of people who part on the left, we select the left as that side to part on. Now, you can also select a wig that comes with a full mono top, in which case you can part it in different directions. But I'm going to show you something because this one over here, and you do this all
I'm
the
a
time.
friend of Barbara's.
He's a friend of Barbara's. He wants everything parted on the right side. So
I just naturally part my hair the other way.
I know. So show Barbara how you flip this wig over on the other side.
Yeah, so I mean, this is what's fabulous about it. Remember, it's heat styleable fiber too. So with a little bit of heat, this wig can be worn completely away from the face if we want it, So we can jet this wig completely away from the face.
We can, and that's also because
we
these
want
have
to.
the hand tied, right?
Of course.
So the hand tied also allows you to switch the part too.
Yeah.
So you can move it over. Sometimes it does take a little coercing if you really want to make a strong part with a little bit of heat. You just put your blow dryer there with a little bit of water, just mist it. That's all it takes, and you can almost like reverse engineer the part, right?
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of heat styleable fibers, and we always say try to make them your own.
Yeah.
You know? Look, Erin just switched
Erin's
it over
doing it. I've done it as well, and I've sort of copied Erin because I sort of love this sort of asymmetric cut. You know, so I've just, in front of your eyes, I just flipped the part, simple, and then I've got this sort of asymmetric cut going on, and mine just looks like a completely different wig.
Yeah, I mean, I just moved this over too very quickly, very easily. You know, it's kind of funny because he's always running around here when he's trying on the wigs and we're experimenting with the styles of it. That he's always got. How you have that on the wrong side?
No, it's my side
all the time.
It's my side.
Yeah, but how are you going to know if it's laying the right way? And his point is, it just lays.
It just works.
If you just do it. It'll
Listen,
go there.
Barbara is backing me up.
All right.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm going to use your name forevermore.
Barbara, you will go on infamy every time he tries a wig on. Okay, let me just tell you.
Can I
It's
say,
a great
guys?
little style.
Can I say though, it's not
Yeah.
always as easy with all wigs to do what we just did, as far as switch it from left to right. To me, it has a lot to do with the quality of the fiber, the quality of the cap that allows us to do that. And I think that this is incredible because, Frank, you mentioned, you know, it maybe sometimes it needs a little bit of encouraging with water or with some heat. But ladies, just so that you know, I have never parted this wig on the right-hand side. It has been in that part since I got it out of the box a few weeks ago. I have never done this. There's no product in my wig. And that's how easily it moved over.
That is a good point, Erin. I thank you for sharing that. I also recommend, I know Kyle does too, if you have a little restore spray, it's like almost like a light leave-in conditioner. This works really good to kind of work through a wig and kind of, you know, rehydrate the fibers and also help to redirect them. You know, like I said, you can easily do with water. You can also use a little bit of restore spray, which I like because not only are you able to move the fiber, but you're also kind of reconditioning it as you go. Again, you guys, we're looking at the Monologue, which is new to the 2024 spring Raquel Welch Sheer Luxury collection. I'm showing Monologue in the RL 1012, which is the Sunlit Chestnut. Kyle, what color are you showing again?
I've got the pale golden wheat. So it's a really gold. You love this blonde, don't you, Frank?
I do.
You love it. I think it's a blonde that sort of gets a little bit overlooked.
Yeah, I try to push it on Erin all the time.
Yeah. But, you know, Erin's not shifting from that. Biscuit.
No, she's the biscuit girl.
But
even though she's tried it, though.
She's tried it. Well, believe me, I'm very much like Erin too. You know, I automatically get drawn to the whites and the ash. But when you put on something like this, you still got those white highlights across the face.
Yes.
This is slightly warmer. It's very flatter in this blonde.
Yes.
Very flat.
So obviously, the style Monologue goes from very conservative. We tuck behind the ears. Kyle's moving it up a little bit. He's got a little texture. Let's take a look at the model that we actually shot it on, because we styled it very sleek for her, a little bit more like Erin, but even more sleek. So that's our lovely Raquel Welch model. Love her. That's Gabby. And we just styled Monologue with a little bit of tousling it through the top and then sleeked it over to the side. And you guys, by the way, we are going to be running some QR codes during the show.
Okay.
So if there's any style that you're interested in, all you got to do is just tap on that little QR code. Just put your camera up there and you'll get all, there it is. See, you'll get all the information you need on that wig. You'll be taken directly to it. So we try to make this as easy as possible for you. I got to thank Chris Goldsmith and Sean McKindra for doing that for us. And our lovely gal, Hannah.
Yeah, and Hannah. I mean, the backstage
too.
crew are incredible. I mean, how easy is that? You know?
Right.
And it brings up all the information, all the colors. It's fantastic.
Totally. Erin, would you mind doing us one more favor? Can you get a little closer again and show us that hairline again? Because I want people to see that if they're worried about, you know, where the wig lands on your forehead and how that hairline looks, I want you to see that, you know, it really blends pretty seamlessly.
Yeah, if you can see, well, you can't see the lace. So I'm going to point to it with my finger. At least when I'm looking at my phone, I can't see the lace. The lace is coming right to there. Okay.
Yeah.
And look, you can't even see it. It's just melting into my skin.
Yeah. And now our lace comes in a fair color, but I want to remind you all, and we do this on the photo shoots all the time. If we have someone who's darker skin tone, we always just add a little concealer or a little mineral powder just to let it rest on the lace, and then it makes an even more seamless blend depending on what your skin tone is. So just use your face powder, makeup, things like that.
And the wonderful thing is, you know, there's a big thing going around now. It's glueless wigs and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. There's always something new.
Always something new.
With the Raquel Welch wigs, just remember that you don't have to cut the lace and you don't have to glue the lace. Just for the new kids out there. Because I think the new breed of wig wearers think you have to glue it.
Right.
You have to cut it. We've done all the hard work.
Thank you for mentioning that. Very important. Haley Jade wants to know, are these new fibers? No, Haley, these fibers exist. We launched the Sheer Luxury collection. Was it last year already?
Yeah.
Jeez. And so these are the same true to life fibers you have come to know and love from the Raquel Welch collection.
Great name.
So I know, right? And then Janice wants to know, can you use heating iron on this? Yes, these are heat-friendly fibers. And so you can use a flat iron if you want to make this a little flatter. If you want to put a little bump in through the top, you can use a wide barrel curling iron. No higher than 350 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should, I'm testing you on that.
What? You tested me? 350? 350. What is it? How is it Celsius? You know Celsius.
No, I don't.
Well, you're the Brit. You're supposed to know Celsius.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, you can use the heat in it. And that's a fabulous thing, you know. That's, once you have it, just treat it like your own hair.
Yeah.
Treat it like your own hair.
Yep. Let's see. Is it Erynn wants to know, can Restore be used as a shampoo? No, not as a shampoo, but as a restorative spray to recondition post shampoo. It works great. And also as a detangler.
Yes. Yeah. And once again, once you check out our wet line too, we can talk about a bit more about that later. We've got some great new products, but once again, we have all the product that goes, which is designed for fiber.
Yeah,
we do.
Absolutely. Your color again for everybody watching.
Oh, this is the fabulous pale golden wheat.
And I have the Sunlit Chestnut, which is the RL 1012. Nice neutral chestnut brown, really. And then Erin is wearing the
Shaded Biscuit, of course.
The Shaded Biscuit. I love that rooting in there. It just really kind of makes your eyes pop, Erin. And I just think it just makes that look really chic. I like a lot of the rooted shades if you wanted to just bring a little edge to the design.
A bit of drama.
Dimension. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So you guys, this is Monologue, new to the Sheer Luxury collection for spring 2024. I suggest we look at the next one.
Yes, please.
What do you think?
Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, great shorty. Absolutely fabulous.
The next one is called Take a Bow. Take a Bow. And we got some cool colors in this for you guys too, so you can get a nice variety. I'm going to give it a good shake, you know. Got to give it a good shake. I'm going to take my Restore, as I usually do, and just kind of brush it through. All of us, I know because I unpacked them, we just took these wigs out of the box. So this is the first time we're putting them on a mannequin and styling them. So you got to imagine what faith we have in our product if we're doing that, or we're just lazy. I don't know what it is.
No, we have faith.
We have faith.
We have faith.
And you should too. And you should too.
Yeah, I love the amount of hair in this. I don't know if you get to see this, but I love when the light goes through this because it really emulates a scalp.
Yeah,
it's
does.
incredible.
So
incredible.
Our Take a Bow is basically just adjust to the shoulder bob, right? With some light layering throughout. Again, for those of you who've been asking, very low density because of the Luxe Light cap that we use. So if you've been wearing, you know, a bob, maybe you've worn a Raquel Welch, I don't know, an upstage or something like that, maybe then you might want to consider Take a Bow because it is a lighter construction with way more freedom of movement because of all that hand tying, and also more comfortable because you have, again, let me show you.
Yeah.
You have that seamless cap, right? Where there is no velvet ridges, nothing constricting it. Every single seam blends smoothly into the next panel or next area. So very comfortable.
Yeah, so beautiful. And what I can say, even when I'm just sort of shaking the wig, I'm looking up at it, it is so delicate.
Yes.
You know, it is so beautiful. Still durable, still got the amount of hair in there. But Erin, you can sort of vouch for this. It just feels, well, can you actually feel it on your head?
You know what? This cap, kudos to you guys, because this cap really does feel amazing. It feels so flush to my head. And I will tell you, I've had a lot of ladies that are like, Erin, I'm excited about this collection because I heard it's lower density, and it is. So
Yes.
I agree with you, Frank, when you said, or maybe it was you, Kyle, that had said, you know what, there's still a good amount of hair, right? I still feel great wearing this, but it
Yes.
feels so realistic in density. I love it. I love it.
Thank you, Erin. I think that's one of the things we really wanted to do with the Sheer Luxury Collection and the Lux Light Cap was to make it comfortable, to make it light so that you can wear it all day, and also to create density, a low density. But you also, here's the thing too, there's a fine line between so low density that you see through it,
Yes.
and also that it feels like kind of skinny and almost like you want to add more hair. So it's a delicate balance, and we try to really, we've really tried to work on that, right?
Yeah, because we were always, at one point, we were, everybody was screaming, less hair, lightweight,
right?
You know, but I think we've moved on now, because that was before we started to embrace wigs as a fashion accessory.
Well, yeah.
You know, so now everybody's like, hey, I don't care, I'm wearing a wig. Everybody knows we want in hair again.
Absolutely.
But we still want the comfort.
Absolutely. We have a photograph of the model we shot this in, and then Kyle and I will go back. But if we could pull up the shot of our lovely model, Kaine, for Raquel Welch. There she is in Take a Bow.
Gorgeous.
And, you know, she's wearing that in the RL 829, which is a nice chestnut brown with golden highlights in it. But you can just see it's got fullness to it, but it's not flat. It's not dull. And even though you have these little flicks in the back, I don't know, we'll show you on the mannequin. If you have these flicks in the back, we did that because we just wanted to get, oh, look, and there's Nelly, love Nelly too.
I mean, how beautiful are the girls?
The little flicks in the back give a little movement and also a little bit of airiness. However, as we said, heat stylable fiber. So if you're one of those people that you just want super sleek, you can take a flat iron to this, or you could even take a round brush with the blow dryer and heat, and you can round brush that under, and you can get that effect you want. Yeah. I think even just sometimes with your own hands.
Oh yeah,
you can
I mean that
really,
looks good. I mean,
you know,
me and Frank have the same wig going on here. If you just tuned in, I mean, I love how you've smoothed that down. It's so elegant, so gorgeous. I mean, I just shook mine and just let it land.
Yeah, yeah.
And I love how now the hair is sort of flicking out this way.
Absolutely, Erin. You just put that on. How you feeling? Give us a little, and also tell me about the color you're wearing. Are you wearing the one that the model was wearing, right?
Yes, I have it in shaded hazelnut. And you know what? This is one of the things that I love about wearing wigs, is not only being able to change up my style, but change up my color based on my mood. I am naturally a brunette, not quite this dark. I had like a mousy brown hair is what my real hair color is like. It's boring. But this color is so rich and beautiful, and I love the highlights running through it. You know, I find that the highlights help somebody like me that's transitioning, that likes to switch colors, that the highlights around my face help to brighten it up a little bit. And I love this color, shaded hazelnut.
I think it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. And you know, I think what's nice about it too is even if you look at the dark wigs that we make, Erin, can you go close up on that too? Show us the hairline, even on the dark wigs. We try to do the best we can to make a seamless blend into the skin.
Gorgeous.
So that you can feel confident wearing it back or wearing it off your face. So thanks for showing us that, Erin, because that gives us a really good perspective on it.
And you really get to see the colors through the darks, you know? And I'm very much like Erin, because me and Erin are very similar color, you know, colors. And I love blondes, but the second you see a good brunette wig, you know, like I'm obsessed.
It's so rich looking.
Yeah, you know, and then I just think, whoa, I do love that dark hair.
Well, and I'm showing the silver now, and this one is called Silver and Smoke. This is RL 119. And what you're going to notice about this is there's a progression of color in the Silver and Smoke. So it starts out with the highlight into the front, a little whiter, okay? And then we get into a mid-range, and then of course the nape is darker. So it's done to mimic the way hair naturally grays. So you'll see that. So that's a nice thing about the particular Silver and Smoke, the RL 119.
I love the graduation.
Like. You got which one, Kyle?
Yeah, I got the Sunlit Chestnut.
Oh, the one I had before.
That's right.
Only on a longer style. So you guys can see how it looks on the longer
And then
style.
all I've done is, because I've just, literally without no brush, no heat, I've just bent this fiber under. I just love the way that this can bend under just by using your hands. Something wonderful about our true to life fiber. it's quite pliable, you know.
It is. It is.
You
very
can
much.
literally just use your fingers to shape this. If you're not good with hair and you don't want to use heat on it, this will just bend by just brushing it around my hand. This will bend.
Guess who's watching?
Norma.
Norma Dolan. Hi, Norma.
Hi, Norma.
Norma has a good question, though. She says, do you need a wig grip? Erynn, by any chance, are you wearing a wig grip today? Do you wear wig grips? What do you feel about it? Let's talk about wig grips for a minute.
Okay, so I do wear a wig grip. Here's the thing. When you were talking earlier about the fact that, you know, you bring wigs that don't need adhesive and don't need tape, that is everything for me, because I take my wig on and off throughout the day, all day long, you know, and for no other reason other than I just feel like it. Sometimes I switch out my wig halfway through the day. But I do find that having a wig grip helps to keep it secure. You don't need one. You don't have to wear one. I personally do.
Yeah, I think they're good to, Erynn, for somebody with a small head, small size head, because you can fill out there. Funny enough, Norma, you'll have to let us know, do you wear a wig grip? Because I know Norma's got fabulous hair, but you never really see Norma's hair because she's always got a wig on.
That's right.
Which we love her for that.
But, you know, on the topic of wig grip too, I want to reiterate about all the wigs in the Sheer Luxury collection, okay? All of them are constructed with what we call a petite average cap. Now, let's go back to the cap. It's a petite average cap by circumference only.
Yes.
So if you are on the
right,
I'll explain it again. I got you.
Because we get asked this question.
Yes. So if you are a petite, I love the way that looks on you right now, and I can't stop looking. But if you are a petite average head side, the circumference will fit you. However, if you're an average, it will fit as well because we have these stretch materials in here. So if you're a larger head, right, the material will stretch and the heat from your head will hold it there. So it makes a bit of a memory. So I just want to say, if you are a petite average head size, this will fit you. But if you're average, it will fit you as well because the cap will accommodate to stretch a larger head over time, I should say. So one more thing about the cap, all of these are constructed the same way. We have ear to ear, stretch lace front. We also have this lovely mono part, okay? All of that goes into a hand-tied top. All that is hand-tied, right? And then a hand-tied back and sides, a little bit of wefting for some structure at the back. And then, very important, I'll say it again, the removable silicone ear tabs and nape. Some people like the silicone, some people don't. So it's up to you. If you want it, you just take
it comes off so easy.
So easy, a little seam ripper and you're good to go.
Comes off so easy.
Yeah.
And I think this wig is going to be very popular too if you've always wanted to have long hair.
Yeah.
But you don't want to have too much hair. I think it's a great length, don't you, Erynn? It's still giving you the long hair vibe.
Yeah.
And it's just enough.
Yep.
Yep. And you know what? For those
go ahead, Erynn. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. For those ladies that don't know my head circumference, I'm 22 inches. So that's the higher end of average. And these caps fit me beautifully. There's still plenty of room to bring it in if you have a smaller head than myself, head circumference. So it truly is a very special cap with that stretch material that differentiates itself from others in the market, right? So that's a really important point that everybody, I hope, understands.
Yeah, thank you, Erynn, for making that really clear. You guys, I wanted to show you before, this is, again, if you're looking for a gray for any of your customers or you like to wear gray, the silver and smoke. You see that progression I was telling you? The darker in the nape goes into a mid-level tone right around center, and then you have the light in the front. So just calling that out again. And also, Tanya, hello, Tanya.
Hi, Tanya.
Tanya says, are these cool in the summertime? And yes, because of this hand-tied construction, because of all of this open aired areas in the cap, they are very cool. That was one of the reasons why we decided to move forward with this cap and what we loved about it. If you are a long-term wearer and you've been wearing these, you know, you want to wear them all day, they are very comfortable. So you can go to the office in them, you could spend the day running around, all of that stuff. And also to that point, Kelly Lake. Hello, Kelly.
Hi, welcome. Kelly.
Kelly says, take a bow's beautiful wig.
Oh, thank you.
She says it reminds me of Upstage. Well, Kelly, it doesn't fall far from an upstage. If you are an upstage wearer, and let's say perhaps you are loving a style like upstage with multi-layers, a lot of fluidity, then you may want to consider Take a Bow, because Take a Bow has a lot of those elements, but it's a completely different cap than is offered in upstage. So it's upstage-esque.
It is very well. Let's talk about it, because Lawrence designed upstage.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was Lawrence. Or would you?
Yeah, Lawrence.
Yeah, it was Lawrence, and the bob has been incredible. So we sort of follow a bit of suit, don't we, with length. So we know you all love upstage length, you know.
Yeah.
But once again, because of the cap construction, the hair's going to look completely different.
Exactly. This won't give you, I don't think you'll be able to get, if you like volume, upstage really has a nice voluminous feel to it. This is, again, lower density. So if you like upstage, but you've always thought maybe it's too much hair for you, you might want to consider Take a Bow. I don't know.
Yeah. Try it.
Erynn, that looks just so stunning, effortless glamour on you.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
I love it. And you know what? One of the things, ladies, I do this on my page all the time. It's like the tuck test. Can I tuck it? And I know perhaps stylists are like, stop tucking the hair. But us normal girls are like, I want to tuck my darn hair. And you can absolutely tuck it. So there you go, for those that need to know.
Well, and you know what? It's a good point. And also glasses, if you're wearing eyeglasses, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you also want to be able to know that you can wear this, you know, your eyeglasses with this too. And so sometimes we always, even in our shorter wigs, you'll notice we are conscious of that. We do tend to build little pieces of hair that if you are going to be wearing glasses, you can pull some over, and you don't have to worry about that looking very hard or very severe, you know, with glasses. Because we know that's people wearing glasses.
Of course. And remember too, because of the beautiful hand-tied base, except for the back, remember, if you wanted a cut, look, a little eyelash bang in there. It's you know, you can just treat this exactly like your hair. So a little eyelash bang works beautifully in there as well.
And again, as we were saying, if you are looking for something super, super low density, this Take a Bow will do it for you, because there is no permatease in here. Like I said, it's all hand tied. If you took a flat iron to this, you could get this so straight and sleek. I mean, you could almost turn it into a different looking wig.
Of course you could.
You know,
yeah,
it just doubles as a totally different style. So
gorgeous bob.
Yes, nice mid-length. If you're looking, again, for easy to style, lightly layered, just kind of fresh, not overdone. What I like to say is just very like replacement hair.
Yeah.
If you've lost your hair, if it's thin so much to the point that it doesn't do anything, but you just want some sweet layers and a nice classic bob, I think Take a Bow is a good option for you.
Love it, love it, love it.
Love. All right, kids.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Someone's right. Is it Lanita wants to ask you, Kyle, something. He says,
Lovely
can you hold the
names.
Sunlit Chestnut up a little closer?
Oh, of course.
He says it looks a little darker than it is. Yes, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
He's going to do it, Lanita. Have him do it.
This is Lanita. Oh, do you want to do it to your camera? Frank's got the special camera. Hi, Lanita. Gorgeous name.
This is the Sunlit Chestnut. So you can see a nice neutral brown. It's got, you know, like I said, blended tones in there. So you get a little bit of golden highlighting in there, but it's very soft, very natural. If you are the type of person that you like a brown, but you don't want too much red in it, you don't want too much copper or amber, definitely this one that Kyle's showing, the Sunlit Chestnut is a lovely option.
A great description, because it is a gorgeous chestnut brown, and it's just got little flecks of gold through there, Lanita.
Yes.
So great if you've got naturally dark hair and you want to step it up and just give some dimension.
Right.
It's a fabulous color.
So if you guys, we're going to pull up that QR code. If you're interested in learning more about this style Take a Bow, which is part of the Sheer Luxury collection, just snap that little QR code and off you go. It'll take you away.
New hair.
into Take a Bow wig world. So more information to follow on that. So, all right. That
Moving
is
on,
number
my
2.
friend.
Should we move on? All right. We got another one for you, mid-length bob, that I think you all are going to like. So let's pull this one up.
Sticking with the bobs.
So you guys, every time I get mine out of the box, this is right out of the box. You can see that zigzag part is still in there. Listen, you like a zigzag part? We get this question all the time. If you like a zigzag part, hey, leave it in there. If you don't, it's meant to be softly done so that it can be easily removed. Okay, so I just put a little bit of my curl spray, which I like because it's got a little bit of tenure, a little bit of hold. You can also use your Restore spray, mist that in, and then I just take a wide tooth comb or a nylon pin brush and just start to brush through the wig.
Love the curl pattern.
I always love to like kind of brush through it when I get it. I don't like it
Me
right
too.
out of the box.
No,
you know?
you got to break it up a little bit.
Right, don't you think?
Even if you just rake your fingers through it,
Yes.
or wide tooth comb, you got to break up that fiber.
I know, and I know we do kind of promote this stuff as right out of the box. Well, yeah, you can wear it right out of the box, but maybe you want to comb it first. I don't know. You can, you can wear a dress shirt out of a package, but you just might.
Yeah, I think
want to iron it first.
I think we started saying that because I think a lot of people who were new to wigs thought you'd have to get it out of the box, and it's just you put it on the block and you've got to curl it and style it. So when we say out of the box, this curl will come out of the box.
Yes.
Wow, Erin. Wow.
This is a good one.
This is gorgeous.
This is called director's pick now. So if you want to star in your own leading role, you definitely want director's pick. Director's pick, what punctuates it? You have soft wave throughout, big, large barrel waves. It is a nice mid-length bob, comes just to the shoulders. You have this nice tumbled, freed look. It doesn't look over-structured, doesn't look over-styled. It just has a nice, easy, breezy appeal, don't you think?
Yeah, it really does. A tumbling curl.
Yes.
And lovely length too on Erin,
Yes.
It's sitting longer than some that we have in the collection.
Yes.
I just love it. Absolutely stunning.
And you guys, I want to let you know, we're going to have Erin play with that a little bit. But before we get to that, I want to let you know, we have launched, I don't know if you've seen it yet, it's called Protect. This is a new spray. So if you are planning to go in, as you know, these are all heat stylable fibers on the wigs we're showing you today. If you're planning to go in and give it an extra curl or tighten the curl, a little bit of this Protect mist, you just need a little bit. It's highly concentrated. It's designed to protect your wig from irons, curling irons, flat irons. And protect that fiber so it doesn't get rough. A light mist, you need one like little pump like that, and then you can comb it and then apply your heat instrument. It's going to protect your fiber, as I said, very concentrated.
It's great.
You could even really use it on human hair if you want.
Oh, you've used it on my hair when you flat ironed my hair for a shoot.
Yeah,
it's great. I love it. Just remember, all the fiber works wonderful on human hair.
Yeah,
all the fiber spray products.
Yeah,
you can use it on human hair.
So, Erin, toss that around for us a little bit. Let's see that.
So I love the fibers. It feels so good. I love this length. And you are right. I mean, it is, although you've got the volume of some of these beautiful waves, it doesn't feel voluminous to the max, right? I mean, I'm not a big hair girl. I know there's lots out there, and Kyle, don't hate me. I'm not typically a big hair girl, but you know what, you can get some volume if you wish. You certainly could if you wanted to, but it is a really great density on this piece. I love it.
Yeah, one of was it Anne? Hi, Anne. Anne says, is this style longer than editor's pick? Right? We got director's pick and editor's pick. Director's pick, the one you're looking at right now, it doesn't have as tight a curl, and it doesn't have maybe as much volume as editor's pick. So it lays a little bit longer because that curl doesn't spring up as much. It's kind of like a softer, more tumbled wave. And so it will fall slightly longer than editor's pick. If you want to look like you're wearing like a grown out version of editor's pick, or it's time to get editor's pick shaped up, definitely this director's pick is something you should consider, because again, not only is it a little bit like longer and looser, but you also have this nice, very airy, very lightweight construction and lighter density than, let's say, an editor's pick. Editor's pick, because of the wefting in it, does have some permatease in it, which gives it volume. We like volume.
It's bigger, and it's a bigger, glamorous wig.
Yes.
But you are right. It's a very similar style, because, like I say, we like to see what people are liking. Yeah. But the curl is slightly more relaxed, isn't it?
Exactly.
So more of a dropped out curl.
Right. And the linchpin that makes director's pick so lovely too is, you see, I've got styled aside. But for those of you who like bangs, right, and you don't like a really heavy weft falling in through the front, this editor's pick has a little bang. Look, you can just release that with your brush, and you can get a little fringe out of it. So we know there's a lot of people out there who they don't want to cut. They don't want to cut the wig. And I don't blame you because it's a bit scary. And let's say you're at home and you don't have a stylist you can bring it to, but you want a little bit of a fringe, you definitely should consider the director's pick because it's kind of built in. It easily, with this true to life fiber, right, goes to the right or the left and can be styled.
I love it.
Erin's showing us.
I love it. I absolutely love it because it looks like a different wig. But then in a second, look at this. It just disappears back into the hairline.
Yeah.
So if you want to create that one length bob look at the front, you can get that as well.
Yeah. And you know, I don't know what it is now, the bang, you know, because we haven't done bangs for so long. Now everybody wants bangs.
Oh, everybody's banged out. Everybody wants the bang. Yeah.
Hey, can I tell the ladies watching? So
I would love for you to tell us something, Erynn. Come on, girl.
ladies, I would love for you to have the opportunity to see kind of like behind the scenes, right? Like before we jump on here and the things we talk about to prepare, because I had no idea that Frank was going to do this whole bang thing. And I'm like, okay, I haven't even styled it like that. You know, I'll just get at it and do it. And thankfully, the style responds in such an easy way that I'm like, all right, giddy up. This is what we're doing. But none of this was planned. So
I know, I'm sorry, Erynn. I probably should have briefed you to let you know. Hey, you know, you could put a bang with this. I didn't even think.
Don't prep me because this is the beauty of the honesty of, you know, what we're bringing, right? So I love it.
Absolutely. And you know what? If you want to, I think Debbie wants to know, how did you get the lift for the top of the bangs? Well, they lift very easily, but also if you want to flatten them, you can just take your blow dryer right in through the front and just do that. Plus, here's another thing, okay? Now we're getting into styling tips, which I love, okay? I'm going to leave the bangs down, but I'm just going to brush straight back on this, okay, Debbie? And we're going to give it that little bit of a bump right there. Get your firm hold hairspray, right, just past the fringe area, and you're going to be able to get a nice little bump and a little bit more exaggerated separation with the bangs just by doing that. Look at that. Voila.
Fabulous. Glamour.
Voila. Look, oh, Erynn, see, like Erynn just kind of moved the part over. I just love the way that lays too, Erynn.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's a different wig.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
and you know
the
what?
fun
There's just
part.
enough hair in this too to tie back, you know, and I love this sweep in front. I love some tendrils hanging down because the wig looks great.
Oh, yeah.
Just back in a little clip too, you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is the perfect tousled look because if you are the type of person who maybe, you know, you're considering a wig and your number one thing is, I want to have some volume. I want to have it look tousled and free, but I don't want people to know it's a wig. This is a great option for that because this, to me, even though there's a lot, it's like got a lot of style to it, it doesn't look over styled.
No, and it's not too much, believe it or not, you know.
Well, and that's coming from us.
Exactly, you know, and we like that big hair. It's not too much. But just remember, my friends, if you do like big hair, we don't even go down the route of backcombing hair.
Yeah.
We've got friends out there. We've got Randy, we've got Terry, we've got a lot of big stage performers. I mean,
yes.
Marilyn, how many?
Oh my God. So
Lawrence and Edward's shop. We've had Morgan, Fairton, you name it, you know.
Absolutely.
These wigs, if you like big hair,
yeah.
you know, and you want to really give them drama, you can.
Yeah.
You know, we are just showing you them more natural.
For sure.
Yeah.
We're trying to make it appealing. But you can just see Erynn, this whole time we've been talking, she's been fiddling with it this way, fiddling with it that way. It moves, it accommodates, and you can really, again, it's about variety. It's about styling it. It's about making it your own and feeling comfortable in it. And I just love that in just a couple strokes of the hand, you can really change it up quite a bit. Rosamond wants to know, she likes the shaded sand color. Is it similar to shaded cappuccino? It's warmer, Rosalind. But if you want to punch up the blonde, like you're asking about punching up your blonde a little bit, you can go into the shaded sand. I mean, I've even convinced Erynn to wear it on occasion. Is that what you got there, Erynn?
It is. It's shaded sand, and Frank, it's like one of my top three. Absolutely. Like,
yeah, it's kind of like, if you want to take the ash out of Biscuit and warm it up a little bit, then I do think that that's a good one.
It's a great color.
Yeah. Which one are you showing, Kyle?
I've gone back to the red. So this is the pale golden wheat. Well, I say red.
Yeah.
It's a blonde.
Like an ambery honey.
An amber honey caramel cinnamony blonde.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the colors through this, my friend. So basically, say if you box dye your hair and you like warmth, you like honey, you like golds, you know, this
Box
is the
dye?
color for you. Frank, some people, you know,
I don't believe.
some people like
As I'm in my bathroom coloring my hair on my own
you know,
every 3 weeks.
just for men.
Just for men. That's the beard.
Yeah.
If
If you like warm, this is a good blonde.
yes. And I'm showing the director's pick in the RL 1923 SS, which is the shaded biscuit with the rooted area. And then Erin again has got the RL 1621 SS, the shaded sand. So Rosamond, check that out. I forgot what we shot the model in. Do we have a picture of the model we could pull up that we shot this in that appears in the catalog? Because I think we shot it. There she is.
Wow.
That
She reminds me so much of Raquel.
I know, doesn't she?
Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
She's in the fourth. That's Karen. Karen is in the RL 1422 SS, which also is a beautiful color. A lot more
Gorgeous.
warmth than that too.
Gorgeous. And you got, with that little bit of rooting in there, you know, it just pumps it up. You
Yeah,
know, absolutely
absolutely.
stunning.
Absolutely.
Remember, if you're not a fan of having, we say roots, shadow shade, balayage, what I do as well, because it's like most, you can just get a flat, or let's say just a blonde with no rooting or something like this. And I just put a little bit of powder shadow along the line.
Right.
If you just want that small bit of definition.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a great idea, especially if you want to like alter your wigs, but you don't want to permanently alter them or permanently commit to something.
Yeah.
Again, you guys, look, just real quick, just like Erin's got her hands in there, just move that away and you don't have to have the fringe anymore. A little bit of hairspray will do you. Control spray is a great spray. If you need something to do that, you can build up the hold with this. It starts out very light and you can control through the nozzle. Let me show you that. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that before. If you take a close look at the nozzle on the control spray, you can dial it up. So you can put like a light hold, or you can really jack it up and get a really major pump on there. So
you can dial it to Dolly.
Dolly. Erin,
Dolly.
see now, Erin, we were talking about, she's a naturalist, right? You're not a big product person, right? I feel like you just kind of work with the heat from your hands and.
But you know what? The answer is yes. You're right. But not all wig brands can you do that with. It's just true. I'm not
You
blowing.
can do it with the Raquel, right?
Of course.
Just checking. Just wanted to be sure, not to put you on the spot, but you know.
Of course. And I've talked about this many times, you know, being able to move the hair from one side to the next, being able to use the heat of your hands. You know, product does come in handy without a doubt. You know, if you want the longevity of that hold of however you're styling it, then go at it with the great products.
Totally.
Yeah.
So you guys, we got a really interesting question here, and I'm gonna put you to task on this too, Erin, because I think you might have some information. So Patty wants to know. Hi, Patty. Thank you for watching. Patty says she's got very light hair, especially around by the temples and by her ears. She is concerned about the shaded blondes that we have because the rooting can be too dark, especially with her own bio hair around the sides. And she's concerned about getting a shadow shaded wig because what is she going to do on the sides with her own bio hair? My response is this, Patty. You can get a wig without roots, as Kyle is showing right now, and then add a little root powder as a cosmetic into it to create it where you want it. Maybe just at the top, but none at the sides. Erin, what would you do in this case if that were you? Because I have another idea, but I want to see I don't want to lead the witness per se. I want to see where you might go with that.
So do I have it correct, Frank, that her hair is lighter and so she's worried about the root? Okay, so
yeah, she's worried about this, this happening at the side and then her own bio hair there.
Yeah, so take like a rat tail comb like this, and what you can do, let me get up close. So I'm just lifting it here with the ear tabs. You can take your rat tail comb and just take that portion of your hair and pull it out there, and then you can incorporate it into the side of that wig. So it helps to blend, the hair, your own bio hair, if you have some, with that of the wig. That also helps when you tuck the wig as well.
It does. And I'm glad you said it, Erin, because like I said, I didn't want to lead the witness, but that was my thought too. As a matter of fact, that is something that we did with Raquel all the time. Well, when she had been to get her hair colored. When she didn't, then we just kind of we just tucked it all up underneath. But that is a great point. So two ways to approach it: either you add the root where you want it, if you need a little bit of dimension, a little shadow, or you buy a wig with the root and then just pull your own side hair through and blend it through.
Yeah.
It really is quite easy.
Oh, it is, yeah. And I think sometimes as well, the way that the wig is constructed, very, very rare, unless you have a very low hairline like your hairline there, because Frank can't put wigs on, can you? Because your hairline's so low.
I would love to wear wigs, but I can't. I mean, I can, but the hair just keeps falling forward.
But very rare I've seen it, because the wig is designed to fit quite perfectly, really. But I love the idea, like Frank said, my friend. I would go for one that's not heavily rooted and just put a little bit of shadow in.
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
Oh, another thing, Patty, I have a client who her temple area comes in very tight in through here, and so our wigs kind of expose that. So what she does is she does the same thing that Erin was showing you. She pulls her hair and combs it over the front of it, so that it looks like she's got a natural hairline there. And that works amazingly. That's a big trick by celebrities, do that all the time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I do it all the time with if I'm wearing a wig, if it can't, because my hair's so curly.
Yeah.
Instead of straightening it, that's what the first thing, I'll just straighten the tiny bit around here and just flip it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tricks of the trade.
Indeed, indeed. By the way, a trick of the trade.
Yeah.
You have a product there that I want to mention really quick.
Oh, yeah.
For people who have been wearing wigs but don't necessarily. Are you gonna hand it to me?
Yeah. You got to. I love your little close-up camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we've just launched this. People.
There you go.
This is Refresh Spray. Okay, what is Refresh Spray? Refresh Spray is a wonderful spray that you can use if you've been wearing your wig and you're like Erin and you don't wear a lot of product, but it's getting to that point where you want to shampoo it, but you just got it right where you're wearing it, and it's great. Use the Refresh Spray. This is a odor neutralizer. You spray this into the cap.
Ooh, smells
divine.
Nice?
Very fresh, right?
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of vanilla maybe in there.
Yeah.
And you can mist it over the fiber, and it does refresh the wig. It allows you to get a little bit more wear out of it before you have to shampoo it. So a little bit of Refresh Spray, and you are home free for another week.
Yeah. No, it's great. I mean, listen, we do it with, it's very similar to the thing we can do with our clothes, and you got all those refreshing sprays. It's fabulous. So remember, my friends, this is a fiber, so it it can maybe pick up the smells like a fiber can. This is fantastic. It's a game changer.
Yeah,
I used it on my wigs when this is brand new, really, isn't it?
Yes.
Is it out for the people to buy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So fantastic. I love it. The smell is divine.
Right?
Yeah.
So you guys are looking at director's pick. Okay. I am showing the director's pick again in the RL 1923 SS, which is our shaded biscuit. Kyle.
I've got 1422. So this is the gorgeous pale golden wig.
Yes. And our lovely, gorgeous Erin has it in.
I have it in shaded sand, which is RL 1621 SS. And yes, I did have to look.
That's okay. We do too sometimes, Erin. I can't commit all of them to memory. Can you? Have you committed them all?
Hello. I haven't committed my telephone number yet. I've been here for nearly 2 years.
We're out the other day, and he's paying for something, and the lady at the register says, "And your phone number, please?" And he's like, "I don't know." He looks at me and goes, "What's my phone number?" I'm like, "You don't know. You've been in the States how long? You don't know your number."
Well, I used to make fun of my my mother when she first got her phone. She used to have the number, like taped across, and I used to say, "Mom, you can't be walking around with that. What have I got at the moment?" I've got the number.
He's got a million tattoos. We're gonna tattoo the number.
I've got the number written on the back of my phone. Like, when did I get so old?
Memory shot.
Yeah.
It's better than the alternative, guys. It's better than the alternative.
I know.
It is better than the alternative. Well, don't let your memory go shot like Kyle's. Remember, director's pick if you're looking for a nice, soft, wavy, voluminous bob with the option to wear a fringe or not. Definitely check it out. So move on.
Okay, now.
Dun, 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 dun. Now, this is where he gets excited. Okay, it never fails. This is the point of the show where Kyle just can't contain himself. I'm going to let you rip.
This is the one that I wore I wore yesterday because we had meetings all day, and me and Frank have been so busy, as you know. We just come back from Miami with the photo shoots, and we were both on the television, and we straight back into design meetings. And my hair was fried, and I thought, right, I'm popping this on for all my meetings. And I gotta say, if you just like, if you want long hair, but it's at such a great length, guys, girls, you name it, you know, it's such a perfect length.
It is. So the wig we're going to be showing you now is called Dress Rehearsal. And again, Dress Rehearsal, for those of you who may just be tuning in, is made on our Lux Light cap, right? This is part of the Raquel Welch 2024 Sheer Lux collection. This is the longest one in the collection. I'm going to show you this cap up front one more time just to reiterate for those of you who are just joining. What all of these caps feature in the Lux Light cap right now is this extended ear-to-ear lace, okay? It moves right into a monopart area and then into a hand-tied area. What you're going to notice, the side panels and back hand-tied, aside for a few wefts in the back for a little bit of construction and a little bit of, you know, kind of structure to the cap. But look, guys, seamless transitions. No velvet ridges. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. I'm going to show you another wig. This one, do you see what I'm saying? Right here, you have velvet ridges which divide the cap. You have velvet which runs along this side. This is a seamless transition. So not only does that give you a lot of comfort, no little rifts or little bumps underneath,
yeah,
but it also provides for a very low density. So these are very lightweight wigs. You also have silicone ear tabs and a silicone nape, which can either be left on or are removable just by using a seam ripper.
Yep. And I love that because some people, you know, I'm very torn with the silicone. You know, some people love it.
Yeah.
Some people don't. So you got the option of taking it on, taking it off.
I just said, oh, Jesus, because I looked back and I saw Erin wearing this.
I know.
And I was like, Lord.
Do you know what, Erin? That video that you posted, you got to look at Erin's video wearing this. It is breath. My friend, you take my breath away. This is Michelle Pfeiffer, right in front of our eyes.
Done and done.
Yeah.
This is okay. I know, like with children, you're not supposed to pick your favorites, but
yeah,
I'm not saying anything. That's fine.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Okay, light, fresh movement. I mean, oh, that is so nice looking on you, Erin. They're all nice looking on you. Like, I love the short one because it was so chic.
Yeah.
And so so European. And now this is like, you know, total, you know, American girl next door, right? Just kind of
dream hair.
Dream hair. That's a great way to put it.
It's
Kyle.
dream hair because it's a great length. It's just got the right amount of hair. And, you know, like my mother would love this wig, you know, and my mother's in her 70s, she won't mind me saying, you know, and everybody's, which, you know, we all know.
You get the email
When she's got
later.
a 50-year-old son, you can't be far off. So it's like, you know, everybody's, what I'm liking now is we're getting older, but our hair's getting longer. You know, the women are wearing their hair a lot longer than we used to.
Yes.
And I think this is a great wig for that.
Erin just put up a little, like, she kind of cinched it up, and as if you were to put in a ponytail, which you could. I know, Kyle, you recommend often that people wear their hair, the long wig hair, I should say. To us, it's all their hair. But that you wear your wig hair kind of like pulled up during the day into a ponytail so that you conserve the length, because it helps keep friction at bay. And then when you're ready to wear it down, then just release it. Yeah. This dress rehearsal, I am showing in this platinum blonde color, which I wanted to pull out. This is our RL 1622 Iced Sweet Cream. If you want Marilyn Monroe blonde, then you want the Iced Sweet Cream in the Raquel Welch collection. Kyle is showing.
I'm showing the fabulous golden Russet 29, which is the red. The 25 is the blonde. And when I see this color, I just think of Raquel.
Yeah. And
Raquel's favorite color, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, she loved it. And Erin, your color is what? Because let me tell you something.
This is it, right?
Yeah.
It looks
I want it.
Doesn't it look so youthful and fresh on her?
Yeah. It's the color of life.
Is it? Well, this is, so when I say shaded sand ended up in my top 3, shaded wheat is probably 1 or 2. Like, and you know what? I remember when I first started wearing wigs and I tried on this shade and I didn't think I liked it. So I slept on it for a long time. And it's probably, I don't know how long. It's been for a while now where I've been wearing shaded wheat, and this color is the bomb. It's amazing.
It looks lovely.
Are you taking good note of that, Frank? Because that's what I want.
Oh, is that what you want now? Every week it changes. Every week it changes.
Frank does my hair, does the best job ever. He's the best hairdresser in the world. I'm very, very blessed. But I want that color next.
All right, all right. Jeez.
I love it. How would you explain it as a hairdresser?
I would say you have a very dark blonde base.
Right.
In the 1422 SS. And then you have these like weedy, golden weedy low lights with just some platinum highlights mixed in. So it's neutral, but it's got just that touch of warmth. It really just has that like California, I've been out in the sun blonde to me.
It is breathtaking blonde.
There's something very unadulterated about it, the way it appears. I don't know how to explain it. But
that's your hair, Erin. That is your hair, my
friend.
friend.
It's been decided.
That's your hair. That's your style. That's your hair. Like Frank said, you look gorgeous in them all. But that's the one I think you could just run around in and has become your hair.
Totally. Hey, Betsy wants to know, will this wig fit a 21.25-inch circumference? Betsy, you asked the question. I answered it before, but I'm going to go back because it's an important question. These wigs measure circumference as petite average. However, because the cap materials do stretch.
Yeah, they do.
You can accommodate an average-sized head. And Erin, again, you say it fits you pretty good, right?
I'm a 22. I'm a 22 and circumference, and it fits me well. But there's plenty of room to bring it in. What did she say her head circumference was?
22.
Her head size is 21. Oh, 21.25.
Right. I thought it was quite a bit smaller than mine. So there is, let me show you guys. Do you think
with the wig grip, because Erin, you were talking about the wig grip that you wear. Do you think with the wig grip it might work for her?
Oh, 100%. Because ladies, look, like this is where I have, thank you for zooming in. So here is the nape, and here are the two adjusters. So you still have this room here to bring it in. So all you do is you take your Velcro adjuster and you pull it in. I can do that on both sides. So I do believe that you could make this cap fit. I would wear it with a hair grip for sure. But yes, I think so.
I think so too, because I've got a lot of hair and I can get this on too. So I've got an average head size, but you're right. At first I thought, is this going to work for me? But you're right. In time with the heat, it started to mold to the shape of my head.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can get away with it. Let's see. What does Mary Beth want to know? Mary wants to know. Mary Beth says, are there any products that help with the friction on longer wigs? I am going to say you have to definitely keep combing them as you wear them. I'm going to say that definitely our Restore Spray is very good on a regular basis to recondition and detangle. And then also our new Protect Spray, a light mist with the round brush and a blow dryer on medium setting will continue to help detangle as you are wearing the wig and as you go through your days kind of wearing it down. And right. So you got to, the longer wigs you just have to keep up with them. Unless you're doing human hair, there's no way to get around it. So and then Melanie wants to know, what would you say is the coolest brunette color? Well, we were showing Melanie earlier. We were showing this, which is the Sunlit Chestnut. This is the RL 1012. This is a very nice neutral brown, true chestnut. But we also have
our cool tone.
Yeah, our cool tone colors. Our iced Java is a very nice cool tone color. And if you want to go darker, the mocha.
The mocha, yeah. The mocha's nice. The 4, the 6. I mean, we got brunettes for the gods. Really fabulous, haven't we? But my favorite is, I'm obsessed with the 410.
The 410 SS is beautiful too, yes. That's the iced Java.
Iced Java.
Yeah.
Like I say, that converted me into brunettes. When I saw that, Frank designed these cool tones. Got to say, because Frank is a top fabulous hairdresser.
Oh, I'm sure
he
he's
knows
sweet.
his colors. I got to say.
So sweet.
But
He wants his hair colored.
that brown is incredible. That
But I
brown's
think
incredible.
isn't Ice Java? You guys obviously know Jess, Hair Loss Girl Boss.
Yeah.
My friend Jess. I think Ice Java. I think that's her favorite shade too.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Ice Java. Look, I gotta look at the chart, right? Even I have to look at the Ice Java is the darkest. That's the 410 SS. And then if you want something lighter and ashy, then you got to go into the shaded iced mocha. So that's it. Okay, I had to just reconfirm that.
Of course.
So you guys, again, you are looking at the longest style that we're releasing in the Raquel Welch Sheer Luxury collection
Lovely
for this
length.
spring 2024. This is dress rehearsal. You don't need a dress rehearsal for this. This is just gonna, you're gonna put this on and it's just gonna work. You're gonna look, I mean, stunning in it. Again, you have a nice fringe here if you need to use it.
That's what I love about it too. Just quickly, if you don't one for sort of one length hair, or like Erin's looks like it could just be one length.
Yeah.
You've got this really pretty bang. And if you wanted to cut a little wisp in there, but if you don't, look, you can just flick it and you get that curtain bang in the hair, which I love.
It's nice because you know what? Not everybody wants that really long piece in the front.
No,
they need something.
It's not very flattering.
Well, yeah, and if you're working in an office and your head's down all the time, you need something you can whisk away or put a little hairspray like this and just get it off your face. So, you guys, you were looking at dress rehearsal. I am showing it again in this platinum Marilyn Monroe iced sweet cream, which is our RL 1622.
And I've got the gorgeous golden russet. So if you like reds, this is a beautiful ginger, amber, got caramel. But what I love it's got this beautiful sort of blonde, but sort of candy blonde highlights all around the face. Let me just hold this. Frank, will you do your little webcam? You've got to show the colors in that.
So this is what Kyle wants you to see, these beautiful striations.
Yeah, especially on the front.
Yeah, you got that nice, like highlighting it through the front, that golden blonde, which really goes into this nice, almost like it's a very light copper. It is a gorgeous color. Raquel loved this color.
Well, it's just so flattering, Frank. You know,
is.
I've always said
Erin's worn it too, actually.
Oh, Erynn looks incredible. And the red, the pumpkin spice, Erynn, I love you in that.
I love that too.
Yeah, the pumpkin spice. Once again, that's another ash block. Yeah. Ash red, believe it or not.
Red. And if you guys want to look like our amazing, amazing Erynn, what color is that again for everybody if they can't see it?
Thank you. This is Shaded Wheat, everybody.
Shaded Wheat. That's the RL 1422 SS. You guys, we have a winner. We're going to announce. But before we announce the winner, remember, if there's anything you've seen here, anything you're curious about, don't forget to go to our Flip Snack as well. We have our catalog, all of our catalogs, which are on Flip Snack. You just, there you go. There's that QR code again. Just tap that little sucker and off you go down the rabbit hole of Wigs.
Yeah.
You know, there you go. So that'll take you there. So our winner today, are you ready?
Roll,
I always want a drum roll. We got to get a drum roll.
We can get Sean to do a sound effect on one of those.
Erynn, how are you with sound effects? Can you roll one out?
I'm not your girl for that. Sorry.
Oh, man. Our winner today is the Kimberly Bray Inman. Kimberly Bray Inman, thank you so much for watching.
Congratulations, Kimberly.
You get to pick one of these babies. I don't know which one you're going to pick, but Kyle always says, right, send us a photo.
Yeah, Kimberly, follow us. Kyle Kaine, 123, Frank Campanella. Follow Erynn as well. Send us some pictures, and that's everybody watching.
Yeah.
If you're wearing a wig and you love it, and you're proud of it, and you've got some fabulous styling, we just love to see how you look in the wigs.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm still learning. I learn all the time.
We do. Erynn, thank you so much again. I think we talked too much. We didn't even get Erynn any time. I don't know. But listen, we love to have you. Again, a big, big appreciation to you for, I mean, all the stuff you post, all the time you put into making your brand, your Instagram page, not only delightful to watch and to look at, but also super duper informative, and for bearing your soul on it every day. Kudos, that takes a lot. And we certainly appreciate it, don't we?
Yeah, we do, Erynn. We love you and we love your work. And as you say, I really look forward to Erin's videos. So if you want some inspiration, follow Erynn. Beautiful makeup tips and fabulous wig tips too.
Yes, at real.wig.fun.
You got it. Thank you, guys. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you for having me. I've had a ball.
Thank you, darling. Any closing comments, Erynn?
I just I'm just thrilled with this collection. I know that you ladies are going to love the lower density. The cap feels amazing. It feels light. And the styles, there are so many different styles for so many different women. So I am super excited about this collection.
Yeah. Well, Erin, I hope they bring you great joy, and I hope you wear them regularly, and I hope that they make your life a little easier every day. So,
thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you all for watching again. We have another Facebook Live coming in a couple weeks. Stay tuned. More on that. And again, love you all. Hope you guys all learned something. And Erin, again, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Take care.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.